Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your commissioner speaking, and I would like to welcome you to the Don Mega Fantasy Football 2021 edition. I know we're already past week 2, all kinds of things have changed. Just a little bit of time to try to squish it in for you guys, because I enjoy doing this for you. So let's get to it. You know, week 2, we already have a lot of things to talk about in here, and we have one new member of our Fantasy Football League, which is Cesar. Yes, the other me, the other one that's a little cooler than me, of course. But yeah, so Cesar has a lot of football experience. He's a big, huge Tom Brady fan. He's been battling with Anthony on who's got more GOAT fanatic, I don't know, cheer behind it. But yeah, so Cesar, welcome to the league. Hopefully you have a great time and have a lot of fun. This league is very competitive. It's very high scoring, as you could tell. Just look at the defenses, look at the quarterbacks. I mean, we haven't had a huge explosive. What am I talking about? Derrick Henry just went off last week. But anyway, things like that. That's the type of seed you'll see on this league, and some ridiculous numbers. So, also, I'd like to welcome you to the new pad. Obviously, it should look different to you guys compared to the last videos. So, hopefully, it's not too distracting. But let's get right to it. I have a different little format. I'm reverting back to a little bit to the older style of videos that I used to put together, mainly because of software problems. But we're gonna go with the good old reliable old school. All right, see how it works out. But in the meantime, let's get right to it, guys. I have to talk about 2 different weeks put together into one, so I'm gonna reformat the process a little bit. I'm going to, instead of covering the top quarterback of the week and positions, I'm going to cover the top player in that position up to today. Okay, so let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. So check out our hottest quarterback as of week 2. Check it out. Right, Kyler Murray. This kid, I wanted to pick him up again so bad because he was my quarterback last year, but he got snatched from me. So yeah, so definitely that has been the highlight so far this year. Kyler Murray, he's got a cumulative 126.66 fantasy points in just 2 weeks. So that's super crazy. Of course, not too far behind is Patrick Mahomes with 121.8. So I mean, they're not too far apart. But Murray is definitely leading charge right now, so that's exciting to see. Good old little Murray. Keeping up. All right, let's check out our running back. Well, obviously, based on last week's performance, this kid is crazy. Derrick Henry has 97.4 accumulated fantasy points so far in the league, and that belongs to Anton, so good job on that. I forgot to mention, actually, I just messed that up. Anton was Kyler Murray, and Derrick Henry belongs to Aaron, so that was my bad, guys. I'm trying to read. I have everything restructured everywhere, so my notes are not in front of me like it used to be. But anyway, yeah, so Derrick Henry 97.4, that belongs to Aaron, and then not too far behind is Mr. McCaffrey with 75.9. Well, that's like 22 points difference. And that belongs to Mike for Christian McCaffrey. But yeah, Derrick Henry's leading the charge with that crazy performance last week. So yeah, let's get right to the wide receivers. That's right, so we have Tyler Lockett, right? I would not expect Tyler Lockett to be a top receiver the first 2 weeks, based on the draft order that we did. But yeah, 82.8 fantasy points from Mr. Tyler Lockett, and that belongs to Michael. Interesting note here, the number 2 wide receiver is Cooper Kupp with 78.1, and guess what? That is also Mike's wide receiver. So Michael's got both of the hottest receivers in the NFL based on fantasy performances, so that's super cool. Good job, Mike. All right, let's get right to the tight end. So as predicted, just because of the draft order as well, Mr. Travis Kelce with a 58.5 fantasy points so far. That belongs to Charles. And a little bit behind is Mr. Grunk with 52.9. That belongs to Anthony. So I'm pretty sure Anthony wanted to stack that Grunk Brady. So I've seen it on the group chats, his whole battle and trying to get Brady out of Mr. Cesar. But yeah, well, maybe they get a trade later on. You never know. But yeah, so Mr. Charles got Travis Kelce, the best tight end so far this season. Okay, let's get right to the kicker. That's right. So Mr. Daniel Carlson, my Raiders kicker. He's got a whopping 37 fantasy points, and that belongs to Lino. So Lino, that is your kicker, so good job on that. And not too far behind is Dustin Hopkins. I just happened to pick him up off of after the free agency this morning, just because my kicker wasn't doing so great, so I just picked him up. But David Carlson from the Las Vegas Raiders is our best tight end at the moment. Alright, and last but not least, the defense. That's right, so the Panthers defense has 61 accumulated points so far. That also belongs to Lino. So Lino's got the top kicker and the defense. And not too far behind is the Patriots defense with 56. And that is Michael's defense. Alright guys, so yeah, that was our top players so far as of the first 2 weeks in the NFL. A nice little side note, remember this year we have an additional week for fantasy. So instead of having 13 weeks of fantasy regular season, we're gonna have 14. So it's an extra little game for regular season. So that's a bigger one little chance to make playoffs, just in case you get to be right at the borderline towards the end of the season. So that's one more game to kind of battle it out. Alright, so let's talk about players and team captains. So let's see, again we're gonna go based on 2 weeks, but I'm gonna break it down on the top 2 weeks when it comes to our MVTs. So let me give you guys, I'm not gonna give you guys intros because I got 2 weeks with 2 different names. So our week 1 most valuable team was Aaron with 235 fantasy points, and for this past week Michael killed it, 267 72. So that is a really good high fantasy score. Remember, our all-time high is in the 300s, low 300. I think it was like 305. I should have looked that stat before I made this, but yeah, I think it's like 305 or something like that. That's the highest ever made. So 267 is really high. So keep it up, Michael. But I cannot make a video and speak about people and team players and captains without mentioning the MVTs and the donkeys. So here are the donkey awards for the past 2 weeks. So for week 1 we had Terrence with a whopping 105 fantasy points. Yeah, he struggled. And last but not least, Mr. Cody, week 2 donkey award for you, sir, 120.02. So those are our donkey awards. So hold on, I gotta give you your you can't forget the donkey, man. If you get the donkey award, you get the donkey award for real. Alright, you guys, so that was actually our MVTs, or highest players, or donkeys, everything above what I just said. And I just wanted to make also a side comment, our power ranks. Right now, Michael is our leading power rank leader with 493.38. That's in just 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks, almost 500 points from Michael. And then second place, we got Aaron with 474 and Jay with 388. So those are our top 3 power rank teams. And also, or lowest is Terrence with 229 and 80.86. Alright, you guys, so those are our top players this week. I noticed you guys did some good waiver pickups already. Always keep up with your waiver wires, you guys. Free agencies. A lot of quarterbacks went down this past week, along with, you know, random players. Keep an eye on those waiver wires, the backups, the handcuffs, because if you don't take them, I might take them. So we all want to get a piece of that pie, you know. So anyways, guys, that is the conclusion of week 2 review. Hope week 3 is even better. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it in the group chat, okay, since nobody ever comments on this YouTube video. So alright, well, thank you for watching, you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.